Hello, everybody, and welcome to another League of Legends stream. I'm Colby,
I'm Thomas.
and welcome back to the circus.
And you can't just say another league stream. This is the season opener for CCL League of Legends edition.
Yes, it is, which reminds me, have we changed the title of the stream?
We probably have not.
We should probably do that.
Here's the chat.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, so very, very exciting matchup. If you remember the CCL League of Legends championship match from last semester, it was DSU Trojans and SDSU Jackrabbits. And once again, season opener, very, very exciting match. The top two teams in the league as of last semester. Going to be very exciting. It's a heck of a way to start this league. Absolute brilliant players on both sides. We got a lot of high ranks here clashing, going head to head, and just ready to throw it all down on the line this early. It's gonna be great to see.
And by the looks of it, just by looking at SDSU's OP.GG, it looks like they've also improved quite a bit as well. So it should be a very good performance by both teams tonight.
That really is true. DSU does have a bit of a different lineup than we saw from them last semester, losing both their jungler and their mid laner, and kind of swapping around some roles here and there. So why don't we talk about that a bit, Kobe? What do we got going on?
Yeah, for sure. So we have Pops in the top lane. If you've joined us for any of our CLO games, you would know him quite well. And then we have High Weebler in the jungle. And then we have Crimson Samurai, who used to be our top laner, now in mid lane for us. And then we still have the dynamic duo of Dragonson Hunter and Bruja down in the bot lane. And yeah.
Exciting. Very exciting. So we don't have big man Vlad and Victor on mid lane, but
You mean the Champion Ocean?
yeah, the Champion Ocean.
Champion Ocean.
You can't outban someone who has every champ.
You know, Cobain, Crimson Samurai, my bad.
Learn the rules.
Hey,
Posted right there and right there, as you're saying.
as I was saying, Crimson Samurai is kind of in the same boat as well. He is starting to amass quite a bit of a champion pool himself. So,
And that really is true. I play with Crimson Samurai quite often, and I can say that it doesn't matter the lane, it doesn't matter the champ. He's gonna put on a show, and he's gonna make a real good game out of it. He's mostly a mid lane player, but you throw him on top lane, ADC, jungle even. He's just got a very wide range of not only champs, but different style of champs. Anywhere from the bruisers to the mages to tanks and just really everything. Assassins are in there too. It doesn't matter. He will put on a show, and he'll make it real interesting.
definitely. So we are waiting for, looks like, just confirmation from both teams, and we will be jumping into champ select here. But anyways, hopefully everybody's having a lovely Monday. Hopefully nobody is affected too hard by this winter storm that we're in.
Just hide from the wind and you'll be fine.
True. It hasn't been terribly bad. At least I haven't looked outside in the past couple hours, but it's been all good. Oh, hey, we have socials, by the way.
We have socials.
Oh, we don't need to start on that. Okay, we're getting into it. It's probably really loud.
Can't hear anything.
I can hear it. Okay. Just making sure we had the right one. Okay, first ban on side of DSU is Hecarim.
Not surprising.
Not surprised. We were looking at it, and Hecarim is just a really annoying pick into DSU. Our DSU guys just don't really like playing against it too hard. And it's somebody that the jungler on SDSU, Glue Stick here, likes to play quite a bit. Trundle coming out on the side of DSU, which makes sense as he is a huge counter to a lot of High Weeb Alert's champion pool. And then Jin, another basically one trick that the Culver's Deluxe has been playing as well.
Now, I gotta say, I'm pretty sure that they only one trick these champs because they're decent champs, and that way, like the last 20 matches of ranked, all you see on their stats is these champs. So it puts DSU in a tough position. Either you ban those champs that they've been doing nothing but playing the last couple of days, and you leave open their regular normal champs.
That they will be rusty on, though. You have to realize that.
Possibly rusty. That doesn't account for unranked games. It doesn't account for
But you could
secondary accounts.
secondary accounts, yeah. But you could just look at their games, see if they play any norms.
True. But if you don't ban those one tricks and you ban their normal champs, then they have the chance that they've been just outright playing for the last couple days. Not an easy place to be.
Definitely. Honestly, with them banning who they did is probably the smartest option. As I said, they will be probably pretty rusty on those other champions. Ezreal Zyra coming out from the side of SDSU, not fully surprised. Ezreal's just overall a really safe pick into this Veigar, who could be possibly going either mid or ADC. And Zyra is just a really strong support that can provide a lot of pressure here.
Indeed. It's a great combo coming out of the SDSU bot lane here. And I gotta say, I predict this Veigar to be APC. Just simply for the fact that Crimson Samurai, although he can play Veigar, he really does not prefer that champ. It's never one that he's liked playing a whole lot. And I don't foresee him going with that lane.
And as we see with Sedge and a Tom Kench locked in on the side of DSU, and then a Gangplank, who I've heard that this that Civil here has been one tricking Gangplank here recently, so he was able to get that here for them. And then first ban on the side of SDSU is going to be Vladimir. Not fully surprised. Maybe a little bit of Daniel still seeping into this team with them banning that there.
It is. And I mean, Vladimir is a great champ. He's fantastic in team fights. He can win a lot of 1v1s, and he is very, very difficult to gank. He just goes completely untargetable and runs back to tower. And as any jungler, I want Vlad out of the game. I might not be playing against him, but I do not want to have to try and gank that. It's very nearly impossible.
Yeah, definitely. With his pool, he just has a lot of safety. Trendamere coming out on the side of SDSU. A little interesting. Not fully surprised as Pop-Ups does have a Trendamere, but a little interesting to kind of prioritize that. Maybe it's just a really good matchup into this Gangplank here. And then Diana Victor, as we see, is the last two bans on the side of DSU here. So now, we have the Corki pick. Very strong pick. Does a ton of damage after the 3-item power spike with his Rs. And if they can set up package correctly, it's just a huge game changer with that. And I do want to talk about this Tom Kench here, as it could also be flexed either support or top here for the side of DSU.
See, now that is an interesting one.
And it is Veigar mid.
Yes, I am mistaken. That's a weird one.
It is Veigar mid.
Did not see that coming.
But Tristana has been a super... Ooh.
And Tom Kench top.
Hey.
I was wrong on both accounts.
Yeah. I'm saying
Alrighty then.
Tristana is a very strong ADC right now. I've actually been spam playing her a bit, and she's been super fun and lately, which hasn't happened since was like the most broken mid laner there was. So it is nice to see that, and has an amazing combo with the Lulu. I've already expressed my hatred towards the Lulus.
Built-in exhaust. That's really all I gotta say.
Just so much sustain and so much survivability from a Lulu.
Especially into this Ezreal Zyra matchup. Ezreal W anything combo is absolutely brutal. And if you get caught out and he hits you with his W, you will get punished for it. That's really all there is to it. Absolutely disgusting combo damage with that, especially with Zyra, who's really just known for being a carry support, dealing a lot of damage, and great in team fights with her R area knockup. works absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna start talking about it and then completely forgot. But let's talk about junglers here. We got Zinzao on the side of SDSU. That's one thing we haven't mentioned yet. Into a Sejuani, which is really interesting, as in my opinion, Zinzao wins hard early because of his sheer damage early on. But I feel like if High Weeb Alert plays this right on the Sedge, he can have much more of a bigger impact in lanes. Come level 3, if he ganks as early as he can, trying to gank level 3. He just has more CC on the Sejuani. He's able to get into those lanes, make a statement, try to help his team get ahead, maybe start a snowball somewhere. I would like to see it, but as this is DSU's strongest side, but who knows? Maybe he could help this Tom Kench get ahead.
Yeah, and that's really one thing about SDSU's lineup here that I don't really like. They don't have a whole lot of CC on their side.
Mm-mm.
They've got Zin Q on the third hit, and they have Zyra E.
And then a few slows with Gangplank Barrel,
a few
Corky
slows.
W, and I think that's it. Yeah. So
And Corky W doesn't offer a whole lot of slow on that. But yeah, no, they don't have a whole lot of CC here, which isn't terrible, but it does make it harder to line up those early game ganks. Unless your enemy is pushed all the way up to your tower, it's very difficult to hit a solid gank unless you have some of that CC or an assassin for a jungler, someone who can just jump in, deal mass amounts of damage, and get out. And we're not really seeing either of those on the side of SDSU here. So I'm very interested to see how they're going to work on setting up these early game ganks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, nothing to add to that?
Nope, not at all.
Well, on the side of DSU, we'll see Tom Kench E, I believe, or W.
Which ability are you trying to
CC.
talk about? That is his W.
W, yes, Tom Kench W, which isn't terribly hard to get out of, unless you're someone like Gangplank who has a little bit less mobility.
I'd say it's unless you're really slow.
Exactly,
Yeah.
which makes Tom Kench W in the top lane very crucial. Most top laners are highly immobile, which I do feel like is kind of the point behind getting rid of that Tryndamere. Mobile champs in the top lane are a little bit difficult to play against. Yeah, so we'll see the Tom Kench W. We have Sejuani's pretty much full kit, honestly.
3 of her 4 abilities can CC.
That's absolutely horrid amount of CC to play into. And then we also have Vigard Trap. Lots of CC, and even if you don't walk into the sides of the fence, you're locked in this one circle with nowhere to go. Terrifying.
Then we do also have Tristana Bomb, and then Lulu Polymorph, and
Lulu Alt as well.
Lulu Ulti. Oh, and we have a pause.
Jungle DC.
Oh no. Anyways. Okay, cool. All right.
They will resume in 0.
Each team is allowed 10 minutes here. Awesome. Looks like we are back. Awesome. So, I have been. If anything goes wrong, blame the guy sitting right next to me.
You're the one casting.
You mean observing?
No, I mean casting. You're literally sitting in the caster chair. What?
Anyways, as I was gonna say, I have been talking with High Weeb Alert. There we go. Just a slight little pause. And he did say that they have been 5-stacking a whole lot more, which I am honestly glad about. We were a team known for invading, and it didn't really go over too well for us. It
super easy to play against when you know the team's going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And actually a couple weeks ago we saw it against OSU, getting Deathbush level 1 and then completely having the game being snowballed out of control because of it. So I am happy that they have been 5-pointing now. In my opinion, it's just a 10 times better start, as invading doesn't really get you a whole lot. Like, it can if you can get a kill and like pick up a buff, but 90% of the time it's just you're kind of wasting time running into them and have a chance of actually getting behind yourself.
Well, and even with picking up that buff, if I'm the enemy jungler, I get pushed off my own buff, I'm going to go straight to my other one. I'm going to grab that buff. I'm going to grab my maybe Gromp or Raptors, and I'm heading straight over your jungle. You're going to take my stuff, I'm going to take your stuff, and I'll make you pay for it.
Yeah, that's something I always try to try to ping it whenever they try to invade, just to back off and go to their side of the jungle, because if they're going to steal your stuff, might as well just try to keep it even.
Exactly.
So we do have a lot of aggressiveness coming from both this Ezreal and this Tahm Kench here. Looks like Corki is also pushing in quite as much as well. Looks like Tahm Kench is going on to the Gangplank here. He's going to have to be a little bit careful, as he doesn't have his thick skin yet, and this Gangplank is doing quite a bit. But the Q stun coming out, and about an even trade there for the top lane.
Really ended up turning there in Pop-Pop's favor.
That heal from his Q just really helped him a lot.
It really did, especially that stun. Absolutely fantastic. Now, let's talk about this mid lane. You know, normally Corki gets kind of abused early game, especially before getting packaged, because he's not a particularly great early game champ. But into a Vigar, who's also a very terrible early game, I think Corki wins that early matchup.
Yeah, it all depends on wave control. Like, if Crimson Samurai can do a good job of keeping the wave like right at his tower, so he can just sit there freely and stack, he'll be able to do quite a bit to this Corki. But if not, he's just going to lose a lot, and this Corki will be able to snowball off of that. But it'll be very interesting to see. It looks like Corki is roaming with the Xin Zhao up here to make sure they secure this crab. And I do want to point out the very interesting clear by the Sedge here, who I believe went buff, cleared the entirety of blue side, and then went back to Raptors to take this crab down here. And unfortunately, SDSU does have a cheeky little ward in that bush for my favorite warding spot, so Sedge won't be able to get anything here. It looks like Corki is trying to bait for this Xin Zhao here, who is able to flash forward and get that first blood onto this Corki. Oh, and actually there's a battle bot lane that we were missing. Ezreal using heal, both flash and ignite being used on the Zyra, and heal from Lulu, and exhaust from Tristana. Also, I want to make sure this looks like exhaust. And it is exhaust, not heal. My bad. Nice shield from the Lulu there to protect most of that Zyra Q. You know what would be an absolutely disgusting team to go against? Zyra, Zaya, Xerath, and Zeri. Or somebody else.
Where would you even put them all?
Xerath mid. Actually, no. Yeah, Xerath mid, Zeri top. And then Zaya and Zyra bot lane. You'd literally just have to like describe the character itself and not their name.
Feathers, plant,
Pew pew.
pew pew.
For Zeri. It works. She goes pew a lot. And then I don't know. Rock dude. For Xerath.
I don't know about that.
Anyways. Awkward silence. Anyways.
Just enjoying the game. So far, things in top lane not going so great for Pop-Pop. We'll see Gangplank already has his Sheen. It's a little blue sword. provides a lot of extra damage on your next attack after using an ability.
Yeah, after the next ability, it increases your next auto attack, which is actually, it works really well with a Gangplank as well, because his Q also counts as an auto attack, which I believe should proc Sheen as well.
It does.
So it should.
It does indeed.
So it should just be increasing his Q damage.
Very, very similar to a Nasus Q.
Or Ezreal Q. And we do see Sedge here, who's going to be catching out the Corki, but won't be able to do a lot as Corki is going aggressive, and Veigar can't rotate because he has a wave under his tower. Sedge is able to get out without having to waste a summoner or anything like that. And it looks like SDSU is going to be going onto the dragon here.
So far, we'll see SDSU take a pretty commanding lead on items here.
Yeah, definitely.
To get into this team fight.
And they're able to blow up both the Veigar and the Sedge. There's Gangplank ulti coming down.
Very close to taking out the Zyra with Dragon Aggro. Not a good place to be. See Tristana able to get a good jump. Attempts to go back in for Bruja, and not able to make anything really happen there. Again, a terrifying combo to go in. You got long range damage from your Corki and your Ez, and Xin Zhao provides a lot of really good early game up front kind of front line, and it's very, very dangerous to play into.
So 4? Yeah, 4 I can count. Yeah, 4. 4-0 pickup for the SDSU with Dragon there. I promise I'm a math major. And yeah, as we can see that in the items here, it's just giving them a huge lead, as Corki was able to pick up 2 of them, and we see that he already has his Mana Moon. I lied, he picked up 1 because he got First Blood. Xin Zhao did pick up 2 there, but he has his Mana Moon off of that, and Xin Zhao has his Iron Spiked Whip, almost able to pick up his Gore Drinker there, and this just gives them a huge lead over DSU with how much those items are helping them. Mana Moon might not seem like a lot, and it is like one of the cheapest items, but on the Corki with that, the extra damage is really nice.
Extra damage and the extra mana.
That too.
That's one of the biggest things. Especially why we will see Ez building it as well.
Yeah.
With the tier. Great boost in mana, especially for champs who need to keep throwing out those abilities. And for AD champs, it raises your mana, and then it raises your attack damage based on how much mana you have. And it really helps you start to scale if you can get that item early.
Yeah, definitely. And as we see, it looks like the call from on the side of SDSU, looks like what they've been practicing is to have the mid rotate with the jungler to take that crap here. And it looks like they are going to be starting up Herald here.
Corki using package.
That was not package.
That was not package.
No. Package, he would have went sailing across mid lane.
I thought you can control how far that goes.
Nope. Just the direction.
Huh.
Yep. Unfortunately, Tompkins just a little late. Gangplank and Xin Zhao being able to collapse onto this Sedge here. Xin Zhao flashing over the wall and is able to pick up the Tompkins before he can get his thick skin off.
Now I wonder, does Summonary Shield stop Ez from proccing his W? I don't think it would.
Like, what do you mean? His W is the little ring thing.
Yeah, but if you have Summonary, so if he hits you with the W, and then you have Summonary that your support puts on you, would it stop him from proccing his W?
No. It's still damage, it's just some of the damage is shielded.
You sound unsure in that answer.
I'm unsure what you're trying to ask me. As we have Xin Zhao bringing out the Herald in topside. Oh, and we have Zyra ulti. Ignite going down on Bruja. Sorry about that. Blame Thomas. Ezra ulti coming down, barely missing the Lulu there. If that would have connected, that would have been a dead Lulu.
Very, very nice escape there.
Very nice.
And now you got to wonder, if Tristana was able to jump in and take that Lulu ult, that could have gone a completely different way.
It definitely could have.
We still have exhaust on the Lulu. I think that would have been, on the Tristana. I think that would have been a great opportunity to really make something nice happen there.
And there is a Sedge here who just got rooted. I cannot speak tonight. And we do have Veigar rotating down, but it's going to be in vain as this fight is kind of over. Zyra doing a really nice job of rooting Sedge to stop any sort of engage possible.
Corky possibly getting caught out here.
Was able to get out of the ring here. I can't think of it. Veigar cage. Looks like Ezreal's helping Xin take out his Gromp. Sedge also recalling.
Xin helping Ez take out his Gromp.
Did Ezreal take it?
Yeah. Ez started it.
Never mind. I just know nothing, apparently.
Clearly.
Anyways. It looks like SDSU is looking to start up this next drag, which is up in 10 seconds. And looks like it's going to be pretty uncontested from the side of DSU. Now Corky has package.
That really is true. See a pretty commanding kill lead here from SDSU.
Yeah, definitely.
In every lane. Both Xin and Corky and kind of the Ez are starting to get pretty fed here. We see full item and boots out of Xin. Full item and boots out of Corky, and halfway through to next, and Ez with his Essence Reaver.
So Corky did use a package there, but they are collapsing onto DSU here. Nice Tristana bomb, throwing the Zyra under tower there, but Zyra ulti was able to pick up both of them. Veigar TPing down, but unfortunately it's a little bit in vain as the fight is already over here for them. And it looks like they are looking to maybe tower dive this Veigar, as he is going to have to run, most likely waste his flash here. And there he is wasting his flash. Very smart onto the Xin to dash to a minion and try to hit him with W there. But unfortunately missing the W a little bit and saving the Veigar. Granted, he did flash. But anyways.
It's not a wasted flash. It saves your life.
True. It is not. I love Corky, Arcade Corky's recall. I think I don't own all of them. I own 3 of them. They're really nice skins. If you ever get a chance, buy those skins. They're really nice skins.
Yeah. I don't think they're that nice. Tristana very narrowly missing, stopping the Ez back. But, so we might have something go on here. Top lane. Sejuani not quite early enough to save Pops here.
Gangplank ulti coming down.
Very, very hard fight here for Sejuani, being down 3 levels on the Gangplank, who's
decided to die to tower.
Tower dive a little bit too aggressively.
Yeah, maybe he thought he had orange or something.
Lulu
just
flash.
Tristana died. It looks like maybe no. It looks like Xin just appeared in lane and was able to do enough damage to Tristana before she could create some distance there.
Yes.
And we do have objective bounties now for the side of DSU. I still need to look up and see how far behind you have to be. My guess is 5k. But Ezreal ulti coming out, not hitting anybody. Nope, barely missing a Lulu. Looks like we have a little bit of an interaction here.
Sejuani attempting to death bush.
I think it was more of a, I don't know, I wouldn't really call that a death wish, more of a maybe looking for a right opportunity, and Xin Zhao found him.
Really getting pushed the wrong way here.
She really got collapsed there in the wrong position, nowhere near this Lulu. I had something in mind and I completely lost it. Huge surprise. What was I gonna say?
How am I supposed to know?
We should be one in the same now.
No.
You know how many circuses we performed for this stream?
Like 1.
Like 2. Anyways. Got some recalls coming out here.
At this point, we'll see a pretty commanding lead here for SDSU. Definitely not an easy spot to come back from. If you're DSU here, your best option is to just really hope that Veigar can start getting a lot of stacks, and that Sejuani and Tom Kench can provide a lot of frontline and a lot of peel for Vigar. He is one of a handful of champs that will just perma-scale. The longer the game goes on, the stronger they will get, and there is no cap to that.
So we do have SDSU jumping onto this Herald here, maybe stop some of this gold. And as I was going to say, I do remember now, DSU is getting, it looks like 300 per tier 1 tower, 480 per tier 2 tower, 600 and then 600 per objective as well. So trying to pick up some of this gold, it will really help DSU here, just try to get some of the gold that they are missing back here. They just have to play really safe, as SDSU still has a commanding lead and can still do quite a bit of damage here.
Yeah, and you know, just looking across the board for Vision, I'll see that SDSU is up on Vision in every lane, except Top did catch up.
Every lane.
But SDSU is up on every lane for Vision. In this game, Vision is everything. You want to know where they are, where they're going, and if you need to be in a different area from where you currently are.
SDSU jumping on Dragon again right at spawn. Corky with this package, making really good use of package, saving it for those big objectives to make sure that if DSU does try to contest here, it will be you will be able to provide a little bit of peel with that. And Zyra is getting a little bit aggressive here, having to flash and use ulti there. Sedge ulti coming out, trying to hit the Zyra but wasn't able to catch. I think that Ezreal ulti just hit. And there's a really nice package from the Corky, forcing Tristan to flash out, but Corky did flash as well. Sedge caught in between a Corky package and a Gangplank ulti, and ends up going down to the Corky burn, I believe, as SDSU is able to pick up this turret. A really nice Tahm Kench ulti from the Tahm Kench onto the Xin Zhao, able to pick up that kill, but unfortunately goes down as a result of it. And now it is Veigar and Lulu right now to defend against 4 SDSU sieging their base. And it looks like they are going to be getting mid inhib here, as DSU puts more of a focus to try to save this bot inhib. Oh, actually, never mind. They are going forward. So, as we see, Tristana finally does have her Kraken Slayer now. Excuse me. Which means that the only people not having mythics right now is Lulu, who just picked it up, and Zyra, who also just picked it up. So everybody has
You didn't say
now.
the one person who doesn't have a mythic yet.
Ezreal. But he has a completed item, so...
He does have Essence Reaver.
Yes.
Which, truth be told, I'm surprised we don't see an Essence Reaver on Gangplank. That's usually first item on just about every Gangplank you see.
But he went to split pushing item. Now he can ping his team when it's near.
True, he did go Hullbreaker, which is absolutely disgusting, and I hate that item.
I just don't like it because it incentivizes split pushing, and everybody never helps their team.
Well, and it's just such... the stat boosts from that are so aggressive.
Yeah, it is. It's I think 30 to 40 based on level. Sedge ulti, really interesting there. Probably a miscommunication there. Xin Zhao ulti coming out, forcing Lulu ulti. He is still going though.
Absolutely great active use of that item, his mythic.
Yeah,
and
that gore drink, you're getting that much
Death
health back.
Stance. Allowing him to tank just about permanently.
Yeah. DSU does have to be careful here, as Gangplank did just take out bottom inhib. And this is where we do see the Hullbreaker coming out. He's just wanting to sit in these side lanes and get that extra bonuses. Actually, I am curious, how much bonus is he getting? He's getting 38, both armor and magic resist, which is outrageous on a character that probably only is sitting at about 50 right now without it.
It really is. Insane stat boost, and it just allows you to really wait until everybody else is on the other side of the map and just go for it.
Definitely. SDSU trying to go on to Baron here, but it looks like DSU is going to catch them out and try to respond to it, forcing them to back off of this. They were also taking quite a bit of damage here.
They were. I mean, it's always a possibility, but taking Baron right at 20 is very risky and not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, definitely. As you do see, Ezreal does have his Monomoon, and instead of going for Mythic, decided to go for this Monomoon here.
He's had that for a while.
No, he just got it. He got it like last back. Because he was just sitting on the Warhammer when we were talking about Mythics. Both teams kind of posturing up. Nobody really wanting to make the first move here. As SDSU is waiting for DSU to overstep, which looks like it is going to be now, as Tom Kench ulti saving the Veigar here. Gangplank ulti coming down. Sedge ulting, hitting the Gangplank, but he's able to orange out of it. And it looks like SDSU is going to jump onto the Baron here, as Tristana is not with them, clearing mid here. Sedge about half health, has to be careful here. Tom Kench getting poked out quite a bit. Nice Veigar cage onto this Corki, but
not able to use ult, which would have been life-ending for Corki there.
Yeah, definitely.
Just slightly out of range.
Sedge barely getting out of there. Gangplank flashing forward to try to get that kill here, as Tristana is still on base clear duty, which is probably the best idea, as she has the fastest clear rate in this game for the side of DSU, with her E passive being outrageously good to clear waves.
True. And we now have SDSU getting their soul,
which the extra movement speed will not be fun on
the Xin
Zhao, or the Corki, or the Zyra. It's not going to be good. But anyways, Gangplank, we see Gangplank TPing top lane here, and he is going to be pressuring this top tower with Baron minions, as the rest of SDSU is kind of splitting out mid and top here. Corki having to flash away from this Tristana, who looks like used both of her summons right there. Tom Kench having to give up this top tower here, as that looks like it's going to be triple inhib for the side of SDSU here.
That is a lot of super minions crashing in at once.
That's 2 per wave. And when DSU is already behind, it's going to be really hard to try to pick up those minions, as 3 members of DSU got poked out to the point where they had to back here, and SDSU is just kind of just stalling here, letting the cannon minions, Baron canyon minions, come in and hit these towers, so they don't have to walk into tower themselves.
Yeah, DSU almost lost both Nexus towers, 2 minions at this point. SDSU doesn't really need to do a whole lot of poke other than be around and give those minions Baron buff.
They've saved it so far here. Towers both really low. 1/4 or under here for them. And we have another wave of supers coming in from actually both bot and top here. Ezreal ulti coming out. Looks like Gangplank was able to pick up a kill on the Veigar. Tristana going aggressive, trying to get something, save the game a bit, but they're just going to get overwhelmed by minions here. And it looks like actually was able to get a kill onto the Ezreal, but this is going to be game 1 for the side of SDSU. Very unfortunate for them here.
What are you attempting to do?
Don't worry about it. Very unfortunate for DSU here. Very outstanding game for the side of SDSU. A few things that they will need to change here for them. Apparently I got a key fragment. We're not going to talk about it. A few things that DSU is going to have to change. Half of that game kind of was a blur. Take it away.
Awesome. I got to cover your slap. Some league coordinator you are. Anyways, terrifying matchup. for DSU in that game to go into. Gangplank, the poke from barrels, especially after first item. Those barrels are brutal, and they do so much damage just getting caught out in one of them. Ezreal, we talked about it before. We're going to talk about it again. Disgusting combo with that W. You throw a WQ as Ezreal, and if it makes contact, there goes half their health bar. It's plain and simple. That's the fact of playing against Ezreal. Corki, again, not a super good early game, but he hits that power spike, and he hits it hard, and he is ready to go to town with that power spike. Especially playing against a Vigar. Not a great early game champ. If you're able to hit a few nice traps, get some good poke, kind of let your team finish it off. But Vigar can't handle it by himself in the early game. The game has to go on later for him to really shine through and show the people what he's about. And Sedge, that high Weebler, he wasn't quite able to keep up. He kind of got ran over by SDSU's jungler, who had his mid laner there with him for most of the game, and was really able to trade off that lead very early and really help his team grow. And it was just it goes to show the expert level of SDSU's jungler there.
Yeah, one thing that I do kind of have a question is why they decided to draft Tom Kinch in that top lane here. It could, with their first pick being what Veigar, Sedge, and Tom Kinch, both Veigar and Tom Kinch could both be flexed either into the ADC with Veigar or mid, or top and support with Tom Kinch. So it makes me wonder why they decided to have a Tom Kinch into a matchup like the Gangplank, as he is able just to poke out the Tom Kinch with Qs. And Gangplank actually has about in mid game has quite a bit of damage that he should be able to just shred through a Tom Kinch, as we did see in the top lane there.
Exactly. And Tom Kinch, He is a top lane, or he is a top laner. He is a tank. That much is true. But you don't really see him in the top lane very often.
Well,
What's the worst that could
when he got reworked, he was played top quite a bit. They
True.
actually made a few nerfs to his top lane to try to wean him out of top lane.
That is true. And honestly, the nerfs worked. You do not see him up there all that often.
No.
And if you do see him, it's in that support role. That
Definitely.
is where he gets played, and for a very good reason. He's very powerful there, provides a lot of peel, and lets other people do the damage for him. His Q does have a sizable amount of damage, but it's on cooldown. You cannot rely on one ability that takes seconds for all your damage.
I think it's about 4 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds, I think, level 1. I could be wrong. If I am, please correct me.
And that is a lot of time, especially in League of Legends.
Definitely. So, first pick for the side of SDSU is the Zin's out again. They felt really confident with it, so they decided to go with it again. And it looks like we have, for the jungler on the side of DSU, is Zach. And they decided to lock in the Tom Kinch again. So, I'll be interested to see if they are deciding to make this try to go support, or what they're going to do. And it looks like Janna is coming out as the support for the side of SDSU. So Zach is really interesting here. So Zach's going to be another case of the same as Sejuani, where he's going to get beat out really easily, but he'll be able to make a much bigger impact in these lanes as a Zach, if he's able to try to get onto this map early. Because Zach can gank from anywhere. He can gank from your try, their try, Dragon Pit, Baron Pit, anywhere. You're close to their Raptors camp, he's on you already. He's already slingshotted over the wall. So it will be interesting to see. Hopefully the Zach can try to get onto the map a whole lot early here. Maybe makes a big impact either in the bot lane or the top here. And they are locking in the Tryndamere here, so it looks like Tom Kinch is going support, as they are going to be trying to run down this Gangplank and hopefully not allow him to get as ahead.
I feel like last game they chose the Tom Kinch as a support originally, and then saw that Tryndamere ban and said, oh no, what are we going to play top? And switch the Tahm Kench over to top.
But there's so many better options. Like, Pop-Ops has a Kled. I feel like that's better than a Tahm Kench, because a Kled can get onto a Gangplank easier. Like, I just feel like there's a whole lot more options than a Tahm Kench. Victor Corky being the last bans on the side of DSU. Corky, understandable, as he made really great uses of those packages to secure objectives and just was able to do quite a bit of damage that game. We do see Senna Vlad on the side of SDSU, so they're really trying to stop if DSU wants to go fasting Senna, which has kind of bumped up in popularity because of Tahm Kench's support changes. And we see a Yasuo walk in.
Yas mid?
I'm assuming maybe Yas bot.
Yas mid? Yas Tahm Kench would be disgusting.
Yeah.
That, not even like in a good way, like that just makes me feel gross. I don't even know how well that'd work.
I mean, Tahm Kench W would proc Yas ulti.
True.
And actually, SDSU picking up Veigar this time instead of DSU. Very interesting picks we're seeing today. And action coming out for the mid lane. SDSU, actually...
Mid lane?
That should be ADC, I'm sorry.
I feel like they're going to go Veigar mid.
Yes, yes. I thought SDSU already had a mid laner. My bad. But yes, action most likely ADC here. It could also be a Veigar ADC. Ziggs coming out. So yes, that is a Yasuo mid. Ziggs and Tahm Kench bot. Okay, Ziggs and Tahm Kench bot. For a second I thought they weren't gonna switch that up. And it looks like it is Veigar John bot. So I was correct. You tried to doubt me.
Yeah, and?
I don't know.
Should I not?
Depends.
Nah, that's what I thought. I'm just go with yes. What?
If anything goes wrong with this stream, it's all Thomas's fault.
Cap.
Yes, you are wearing a cap.
Yeah, what of it?
I don't know.
What's your point?
Is it DSU?
No, but my jersey is. Where's yours?
In my room, because I keep forgetting about it.
Hey. L plus ratio. Boom, roasted.
You're lucky I can't kick you out now. I mean, I could, but I don't really want to cast this by myself.
Don't worry, I can just be quiet.
How about you do the play-by-play this time?
Bet.
Shut
up and let me talk.
Only if you can name all the abilities.
Of what?
The champions.
No.
I'm like a mixture. I'm sure it annoys somebody.
You cannot tell me that you can name every ability of every champ.
I cannot.
Exactly. Talia, E.
Rocks.
Oh, good one. Talia with rocks. No one saw that coming. For those of you who don't know, Talia's whole thing is rocks, as Colby so eloquently elaborated upon.
I've played Talia like twice.
I haven't played Talia at all.
No
one cares about Talia.
I don't even know which ability is her E.
Don't need to. Talia's terrible. I said it.
She has not been in meta forever.
She's played ADC more than she is jungle, just because people want to troll. It's hilarious.
And Riven was the highest win rate ADC when patch dropped. What's your point? ADC
Aatrox was
is
number
worthless.
2. You're an ADC main.
I
Don't
know,
talk.
and my role is worthless.
Lower your tone with me, sir.
Anyways, how about we talk about these comps?
Let's talk about these comps. Yasuo. Really good champ. A really good champ. For one reason and one reason alone. The 0-10 power spike. The 0-10 power spike.
Think we're gonna see it this game?
Probably. Yasuo is one of 2 champs who can go 0-10 and then just out of nowhere. Not because he got an item, not because he got a kill, just boom, out of nowhere, gets power spike. power spike through the roof. And then just starts doing damage, starts carrying the game. 2 champs, Yasuo and Yon. And they're technically brothers.
Technically, yeah. Lore-wise, they are brothers.
Your point? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Yes or no? Thank you. That's what I thought.
And just to clarify for people that don't know this game, it is because of items. He just really scales really hard off of a 2-item power spike. But it is a huge meme with the community of 10 death power spike, as usually a Yasuo can go 0-10 in the early game, get his 2-item power spike, and then clear house for the rest of the game. So it is not out of nowhere.
It's out of absolute nowhere.
It feels like that sometimes.
He has no right to scale like that for no reason.
Neither does Nasus.
Nasus has a reason to scale. Because I spent the first 30 minutes of the game farming by myself in top lane, and you're going to feel the pain for letting me farm in top lane for 30 minutes. He worked hard for that power spike.
Yes, by sitting under tower and letting nobody touching him for 30 minutes.
Armadillos keep digging little holes in my backyard.
You good over there?
Yeah, I'm just vibing. You know, PvE Nasus. We should really move those graphics out.
Yeah.
We don't normally have the full size.
Yes, they updated it, and now I'm happy about it. Because when they added, at the beginning of Season 9, they removed, Dragon and, Baron's
hold on.
Oh, we actually have an invade.
Oh.
We should,
Oh, my.
we should probably pay attention.
I'm paying attention. You're over here talking about some nonsense.
Don't worry about it.
Besides the point. So they do know that DSU is there.
Tom Kench W hitting absolutely nobody.
They didn't know if anybody was there or not. They're trying to death push.
War,
spinning in circles.
2 wards coming out on the side of DSU. I did not mean to zoom out that much. I blame it on Thomas. It's all Thomas's fault.
Why wouldn't you zoom out? We have the ability to have uncapped zoom. Let's uncap it.
Don't tempt me. I will turn this into an unwatchable stream in 3 seconds. That's a lie. I'd get into a lot of trouble.
All you know how to do is make unwatchable streams. Hey, clip that.
This is a blackmail for one of us, and I can't tell who.
You can't embarrass me. I have no shame.
You can't embarrass me. I'm already embarrassing myself.
Can't embarrass someone who can't be embarrassed. Think about that. Checkmate.
So it looks like both junglers are starting on the bot side of the map again this game.
Very typical start.
It is.
Just all around in League. It's really nice having your 2 bot laners assist you on that buff called the leash. A very aggressive start here out of the Tryndamere. Not quite a good trade there.
And Tryndamere has already used both of his refillable pot.
He started E, didn't he?
You always start E on Tryndamere.
Q, baby.
No, you always go Q second for healing.
You don't always want to spin to win.
Actually, yes, you do, because it's super aggressive. And
Top laners spin to win, baby. Yas not having a fun time here against the Akshan.
He's getting poked out quite a bit. DSU pushing in quite hard. You know, looking at this bot lane, it is fully AP on both sides. Very interesting to see.
See DSU bot lane doing the same thing they did last game.
Zach trying to make a play in the mid lane, but Action being able to get out of the slingshot. I missed it as I didn't realize he was ganking here.
And we'll see Akshan go up into River again.
Yeah. To maybe try to get a ward. It looks like they know he's over here taking his red.
Very nice pinch here.
Yeah, very good pinch from the side of SDSU. Passive coming out. Both jungler, actually no, just Zinzao flashed. It looks like his Action flashed earlier when Zach tried to gank. First blood going to Action, and red buff also going to Action. Never mind, he is giving it to the Zinzao. Very nice pinch on the side of SDSU there.
That is true. Yeah, no, we'll have DSU bot lane here. Dragonson and Bruja again, going for that very early aggressive gameplay, pushing all the way up to tower. And, you know, two pretty decent early game champs, especially again into that Vigar, not early game. But after last game, you got to ask yourself, is up in their face where we want to be? Instead, you could probably opt for a bit safer of a play, and we'll see Gangplank flash ignite there, securing the kill.
With his autos, which also burn, so
Indeed.
a lot of burn on that Tryndamere there.
But no, back to this bot lane, you gotta ask yourself, is up front where we want to be? Honestly, after last game, you probably opt to stay back, play a little bit safer, try to freeze that wave in your favor.
So it looks like Xin Zhao is looking to make a play on the mid lane here. Yasuo playing a little bit back though, so it looks like they won't be able to get anything off of this. Zach is coming around to his blue side here. Tom Kench going in, getting a nice knock-up on with his W. Veigar Cage coming down, kind of inserting them in there. Zig's actually getting stunned there. Jono Tornado coming out, hitting the Tom Kench, and Tom Kench like a second late on that Q. Swin Wall coming down, saving a little bit of damage there. And his minions sometime. As we see Zach in the Raptors pit here, it looks like he's looking to maybe make something happen mid. This action is missing Flash, but Slingshot doesn't miss Slingshot. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Tryndamere still getting bullied out in this lane.
Down to half the CS here of Gangplank. It's just been denied wave at every turn. And as he's running away, Gangplank's able to hit those empowered autos that give them range. A very aggressive play here by Xin.
And say Xin Zhao going aggressive under tower, forcing the Ziggs to flash away so that at least they did get something out of that. Kind of surprised they didn't tower dive there, because they Xin Zhao did take a couple tower shots there. They decided to call it off. Nice Q from the Tom Kench here. Looks like Zach is coming down. If they stay in this position, this would be a very nice... he should have just slingshotted over the wall. And he's not able to hit either. Very interesting slingshot from this from that Zach, as he could have just walked up on the other side of river and would have been just as big as an impact, and actually would have been unseen by that. Xin Zhao hovering nearby, looking to try to maybe make a regank. And this looks like the demise. Oh, actually, the bomb from Ziggs is saving the Xin Zhao here. Ziggs getting hit by the Xin Zhao W. And Gangplank abusing the fact that Tryndamere doesn't have ulti yet. Action Q being so amazing, going through everything here. And looks like Xin Zhao is jumping on Dragon here. It is Hextech Dragon, so he is taking quite a bit of damage. So if Zach could maybe catch him out here, could be a nice death onto the Xin Zhao. He does get Dragon. It looks like he's maybe trying to make something happen bot here, as Tom Kench is running away and is pretty low.
He's able to get down there.
W coming out from the Tom Kench, and a nice turnaround with the Q. Xin Zhao being really low, but also Tom Kench also being low here. Zach is in here now. Slingshot coming out. Ooh. Getting denied by the Jono Tornado. Very nice tornado there.
Very unlucky and very, very close play for DSU there. Xin Zhao very low on health. Vigar low on health and with very little mana to spare.
Ooh, Yasuo ulti coming out and Ignite. Ult. That was a very good ulti there.
Very good play out of the Yasuo there. You know, that's what I don't know. He's going to miss his own 10 power spike. Game over.
Well, maybe this game we'll see the 10-0 power spike.
Ooh.
The even better 10-0 power spike.
I don't think 10-0 is when he hits his power spike. I think it's more like 4-0. He sees a really solid power spike.
It's either 0-10 or 10-4. 10. I'm a math major.
Not a very good one.
Still math major. Zach here towards the top side. Scuttle going a little bit deep. Xin Zhao walking up and smiting it away from the Xin Zhao. Zach jumping
And we
onto
do
the
have
Zach.
Zach with smite there. And there is no way he did not see that Xin Zhao.
And it looks like Xin Zhao is going aggressive and making sure that a
Zach
nice W flash forward. A nice smite from the Zach to try to save himself a little bit.
And Zach did not have
And it looks like they will be able to
flash
kill
there.
him here. Trojans. No, Zach used flash there.
exactly. He did not have it there. 'Cause he already used it to get out of Tri-Bush. So he didn't have it right there where he just died.
True. Trindamir does have ulti now, but is still getting poked out quite a bit from this gangplank. Veigar actually being pretty low under tower here.
Probably going to get poked out here by the Ziggs if he's able to.
Nice Janna shield,
Not
keeping him up quite a bit.
Enough. Great out ult.
Yeah, great Tom Kench ulti to get the Ziggs out and save him here. Bit of a miscommunication as Ziggs dies the tower. Nice wind wall from the Yasuo to stop the win game button from Veigar. And Veigar and Tom Kench and Yas caught in a bit of a sticky situation. Zach's now joining in the party, being able to get Yasuo's ulti off. Zach's still taking quite a bit of damage, and there's a double kill for Yasuo, but unfortunately Veigar is up because of action W.
No, Tom Kench got one of those kills.
Yeah, that's why I said Veigar and not Janna. Veigar got revived because of action, but Janna didn't because Tom.
You said it was a double kill for the Yas. He does have 2 kills, yeah, but he had one of those earlier.
Oh, because one of the kills went out. Okay, my bad.
L.
My bad.
It is your bad. It's not my fault. It's not. And we'll see Herald here on mid lane, about to charge, and that will very likely be very nearly first tower.
And say it wasn't low enough. It has to be about like right at 3 turret playings to die to a single charge.
It was close.
It's not
And
even
again,
down to
that will be
one.
a pretty big gold boost for this out.
That's that's like 3 turret, about 2-3 turret plating gold for Xin Zhao there.
We have Yas and Zach here getting a bit aggressive on bot lane.
Not getting a lot out of it though.
Bit of a rotate out of mid and bot lane here on both sides.
So it looks like Yasuo has been put on push bot duty as this gangplank is still pushing out this Trindamir. Just not leaving him alone, making sure
Absolutely abusing the
yeah,
Trindamir.
making sure he can't get any sort of farm whatsoever. As it looks like DSU is trying to make somewhat of an effort to set up for this next dragon. As SDSU now does have wards on it. Tom Kench meeting the Janna here. DSU's cavalry is coming in. Looks like Yas is rotating up from top, but Gangplank is rotating down. And it does have actually does not have ulti available just yet. I don't know who started it, but this is some damage that will be going onto the side of DSU. Tom Kench getting CC'd to oblivion, and Gangplank ulti coming out in the back with Xin Zhao on this Yasuo. He's able to pick that up as Zach is trying to run for his life, but the ignite from the action is able to pick him up as Xin Zhao will be taking this next dragon. And Gangplank is going under tower to take out this Ziggs and almost dies to tower, but is able to get out in time.
Now, this game has, again, been a bit of a blur, but I gotta say, I feel like one place that High Weebler's fallen short here is he hasn't had a strong map presence. He's tried to make some things happen bot, and it's hasn't been super great for him. But we look at top lane, and High Weeb's just kind of fallen short on showing up top. And we look at farm, he's down a significant amount on his CS.
Very good Xin Zhao ulti to push the Ziggs away from tower for action ulti to hit there. But a kill still going to Xin Zhao there. But as you were saying, the Zac hasn't been able to make as big as a presence as we would like to see from him. With top lane getting completely ignored and Tryndamere being super far behind because of it. Nice Janna Tornado coming through. Nice Xin Zhao WE. I can't think of abilities right now.
And it looks like they're going to be able to catch Xin Zhao out there in exchange for Tom Kench, but fantastic shutdown gold there for Yasuo. And
oh, did it go on Yasuo? Okay,
I
cool.
do believe so, yes. And
I
that
wasn't paying
actually
attention.
should be first item for Yas with
Yeah,
that
should be
extra
very
gold.
close. What is he sitting on? 600. Oh yeah, plenty. He has like 200 extra. Imagine knowing item prices. Wait, I don't have to. Do you know how much it is for a shield bow?
No.
When you have all the components?
I know Kraken Slayer's 625.
Shield bow is 600 because Vampiric Scepter is 50 more than pickaxe. It's actually 75 more. So shield bow is actually like 25 gold
It's
cheaper.
only 25.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. That's why it's 25.
875.
Yeah, but that's why shield bow is cheaper.
Correct.
All of the ADC mythics are 3,200, I believe.
Good question. Anyways, Tryndamere now here on mid.
The cavalry is coming up to try to help him here, but Zac's on that control ward. Took him a second to realize. Did he start channeling his slingshot or did he accidentally back? I can't tell.
I think he was channeling his slingshot about to go in because we did see that Vigar was in a little pathway between Raptors and River there. DSU all very low here.
Yasuo ulti coming out.
Taking a lot of CC.
Tryndamere, actually Ziggs is able to pick up the Xin Zhao there. Tryndamere ulti used, Tom Kench ulti used to make sure he survives there. Another nice 1-for-1 trade there. Unfortunately, they did get the gold from the Yasuo, but some nice gold coming in for, I believe, the Ziggs actually.
Correct. Very solid trade on DSU side.
Very good. Try to just get some gold in their pockets, catch up in levels here. As we see now, ADC's caught up. Top lane's still a 2-level deficit. Support's a 1 level. Mid lane's actually a 1 level deficit, and jungle's also 2 as well.
And at this point, we'll see Gangplank has his Triforce and his plated steel caps. DSU is rocking with a lot of AD here. Those steel caps are going to negate a lot of the damage that they could possibly do here.
Plus any auto attacks, and everybody on the side of DSU auto attacks for something.
Correct.
So it's always funny to see, like, when people are like, oh, why are you going plated steel caps? Because most of them are AP. It's like, yeah, but they all also auto attack, and it also stops auto attacks.
It's a very big thing. We'll see SDSU here attempting to take second Herald and then probably rotate down to Drake. That's up in 45 seconds.
And so DSU needs to get pressure here onto this dragon to hopefully maybe stop SDSU from getting to soul point so early in this game, as Gangplank is running at Tryndamere, but it looks like he is going to give up the chase, and SDSU was able to pick up this Herald, and it looks like they're rushing. No, it looks like they're rushing the bot. DSU trying to make a little bit of a death push, but 2 against 4 isn't enough when you're this far behind.
Especially with all of that SDSU vision.
Gangplank's still pushing in Tryndamere, but Gangplank does have this ulti to help here. Slingshot being charged by Zac. It looks like he's not going to let it go through, though. Janna Tornado missing everybody here. And it looks like SDSU has decided to drop this dragon in order to get this Herald dropped mid here. to try to open up this mid lane a little bit more. So it looks like they will give up a single dragon, an infernal dragon, and 600 gold for DSU here for exchange for this tier 2 tower, as Trendamir is also getting poked out under tower here.
Now, Trendamir does have ult.
He does, but he decides to back off and give this tower here, as there is a bit of a fight happening down here. Slingshot coming out, missing everybody, as I believe Xin Zhao got car bombed over the wall by the Ziggs. Action ulti coming out. Very interesting, as action ulti does missing health damage, so that wouldn't have killed anybody there. So very interesting that he used that cooldown there. Maybe it was just try to get the minions or something like that. And very, very prominent almost 10k gold lead on the side of SDSU here.
You know, and SDSU, they got an 11 kill lead. They got an extra Drake, 2 Heralds, and majority of the towers here. They're starting to take a very commanding lead. And a good play for DSU here. Wait for Gangplank to be pushing top and then just absolutely slam him. He's got a 700 gold bounty on top of the kill gold, that extra 300. That is 1,000 gold. That's absolutely massive. That's almost an entire full item. For anyone on DSU side, a full item or very close to is huge.
Looks like SDSU is trying to posture up for this Baron, as Yasuo is trying to match this Gangplank in the bot lane with 0 TP. So if anything, granted Gangplank doesn't have TP, but he still does have his ulti. So anything, this will be basically a 4v5 for DSU. So it will be a little rough for them, as they decided to drop, as Baron is doing a lot of damage, but they decide to re-engage here, as Gangplank is still pushing out bot lane, excuse me. Janna Veigar just trying to be try to harass the Zac out. Nice Ziggs ulti coming down, doing quite a bit of damage to the Xin Zhao, actually forcing them to drop it yet again. Gangplank is harassing Yasuo outside of that lane. SDSU going aggressive forward and able to pick up the Trendamir. Nice Xin Zhao ulti into the Veigar cage, and the win game button was pressed from Veigar.
It was indeed, and yeah, that it does, truth be told. Mass amounts of damage, and you can't run from it.
No, it is a point click.
It's absolutely unfair.
And say we've started to call it the win game button just because of
you push button, it win game.
It win game basically. Ignite coming from the action there. Yasuo is able to win wall most of the damage from that though.
DSU once again pushed onto the hard defense
And
here.
say having to play very defensive. They do have a few items. Ooh, nice 900 gold shutdown on Yasuo there. It'd be very nice for his power spike here,
which he is very close to. You see he has the BF sword, and that puts him very, very near his infinity edge. Great amounts of damage, great amounts of crit, and I believe also attack speed?
Infinity edge?
Is that just damage and crit?
It's damage, crit, and also increases how much damage your crits do.
That's what I'm missing.
But if you have above 60%, but with Yasuo's passive, with 2 items, he has 100% crit. So, and yes, he did buy it. I was checking gold to see if he had enough, but he bought it before I could check. I'm actually kind of surprised he isn't going for the Bloodthirster here, as that is a really another strong item for second item for Yasuo.
I could foresee that being third item.
It could definitely.
But honestly, with Yasuo, and especially going against this team, I don't think there's a better item to go second than Infinity Edge.
Definitely, a lot of squishies that just adds a ton of damage on your tornadoes and your Qs. I could also see Def Stance actually coming out third item for Yasuo here, as the biggest threats on the side of SDSU is that action on Xin Zhao. Veigar is a bit, but Veigar always will be a threat. So seeing a Def Stance from Zig's almost stealing that dragon there, as Gangplank is just clearing out wards on Baron, but it looks like the play is to go over Baron. But as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Def Stance being really good at it is just provides a lot of survivability with the armor that it gives you here. SDSU burning down this Baron. They're actually able to pick off this Gangplank, but he doesn't die, and Veigar actually getting the damage, I'm assuming with W. Maybe he was close enough for ulti. Actually, he just used ulti there, so no, it was a W, which disgustingly has a 1-to-1 ratio. Yasuo able to pick up another kill onto the Xin Zhao, as Ziggs barely got out away from that Veigar cage. That flash from the Ziggs forcing killing him there, as Trendemir wasn't able to block all the shots, and Trendemir flashing, but still unfortunately doesn't save him there. So SDSU couldn't get Baron, and it looks like they are hightailing it back to Baron to try to get it here. They do not have a smite, so there is an opportunity for Zach to try to come in and steal it, but by the time he gets there, Xin Zhao will be up and heading back as well.
That is true. And with 3 really nice picks like that, especially as far ahead as you are as SDSU, there aren't many other better options than Baron.
Definitely.
Team does a lot of damage, especially great catch out onto the Veigar by Yasuo here.
Xin Zhao back in this fight. Nice Tahm Kench ulti onto the Yasuo. Nice tornado into a 3-man ulti. And Ziggs ulti being able to pick up the action there. Tahm Kench providing some peel for this Ziggs, as Trendemir is now in this fight. And they're looking a little low, as Trendemir popped a ghost here to stay onto this Xin Zhao, and is able to pick it up. And they're able to knock up the Gangplank as well. 1,000 gold shutdown for this Gangplank here, as they are chasing for this Janna. But it looks like they are going to stop this chase, as
win game button.
And yep, the win game button comes out onto the Tahm Kench here, as DSU does have quite a bit of minions coming into their base here.
You're right. Death Stance onto Yasuo. And that's absolutely fantastic, because it makes him take less damage at once and instead spreads it out over a few seconds.
And then heals him when he gets a kill.
Exactly, and it heals him if he gets a kill. So now he can't be bursted out. And if he gets a kill, all that damage that is waiting on that timer gets negated and gets like almost all of his health back. It's pretty huge.
Remember back when it actually just flat out gave you lifesteal?
I don't remember that.
And it was one of the most disgusting items on
Stop
Boosters.
asking me remember when as if I played old League. You know full well I didn't.
I've been playing this game for 7 years, so if you mention a single old item that isn't in the game anymore, or an old feature that isn't in the game anymore, I will sit there for like 10 minutes reminiscing.
Grass isn't even enough. You need to till the earth. Go plant some corn.
I saw that meme.
Yeah.
That made me laugh.
That was a good meme. I like that.
That
meme.
was so good.
Funny meme.
Alright, SDSU trying to deny some vision here, as DSU is setting up for this next dragon in a minute. This is very important, as this is Infernal Soul for SDSU. Ziggs and Yasuo trying to catch out Gangplank here. Nice car bomb into Yasuo ulti.
Not doing a whole lot of damage here,
yeah,
Gangplank.
Gangplank coming down, and they're able to pick him up though. Zach slingshot missing. Tahm Kench able to save him though. Ziggs coming out with some nice peel damage, and that might be just the pick that DSU needs to turn the tides of this dragon fight. But Zach has to be careful, as The squad is coming in to try to take him out, but Trendemir there this time to save Zach instead of letting him die like he did with the Ziggs. And it looks like SDSU is going to turn onto this dragon as Action is sitting up higher to maybe stop any reinforcements that comes. Doing quite a bit of damage to this Trendemir as the rest of the TSU squad is coming up. Tornado also hitting this Trendemir. Just getting hit with everything right now.
Very, very unprepared for that camouflaged action.
Nobody's prepared for that.
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
True. John and W missing everybody here. Oh, actually, Action is looking to roam around. Never mind. He decides to go against it as DSU is going on. They are able to pick up the dragon here. Zig's ulti coming down, doing a bit of damage, but not enough as Zinzao is running through the team. Nice. Zig's actually picking up a kill from the burn. Nice Tom Kench ulti to save the Yasuo there. And it looks like they will get out with 1-2 trade and the dragon, which honestly at this point of the game is pretty worth for DSU, as they are trying to get more gold into their pocket, and that is, I believe it was 600 extra gold that got put into their pocket because of that bounty.
Quite possible.
So it says 500 now, but I think that lowered it because they got closer. So I believe it was 600 beforehand, which is very nice. 600 spread around all 5 of them is just a nice little gold bounty for everybody on the side of DSU. Veigar having to flash out, or that would resulted in death there for him. And DSU is looking strong on this last half of the game.
That they are. They've done a great job of scaling. And you can tell they're going to kind of start centering this game around the Yasuo, who is the highest level on DSU here. Honestly, highest potential for damage output. 3 items. You know, he's going to start doing a great job of that. Trendemir looking to hopefully kind of catch up here and be a little bit more influential. But one thing to watch out for is, again, that Veigar permascale. The longer this game goes on, the more dangerous he's going to become.
Sitting on 304 stacks, 987 AP right now on that Veigar.
Ow.
Big ow. And his W is a 1-to-1 scaling, so his W, if it hits, is doing 987 damage before it takes it off. Yasuo ulting onto this Veigar. Veigar actually using ulti there. Yasuo being able to pick up the kill. Multiple Zhonya's coming off, but they should be able to pick up the Janna here. Zinzao actually saving the Janna with her ulti.
Great Trendemir ult there.
Yeah, Zach's actually being saved by the Tom Kench ulti. Tom Kench is going down from that, from the action here. Zig's having to flash away.
Great Yasuo ult.
I did not even see that. That was because of car bomb.
Ziggs, yeah.
Yeah, very nice turnaround for the side of DSU.
And that's an ace
kill.
for
Never mind.
Gangplank. Gangplank.
Nobody expects the Gangplank. The entire reason why he has a Hole Breaker.
He bought it again. He bought it again.
He bought it again.
That's just rude.
Zach missing Slingshot and missing Q, I believe it looked like. And now Gangplank's just going to throw down barrels and run away.
Ow.
It's kind of interesting that they let this through the second game in a row. Kind of untouched. They kind of, I feel like on the side of DSU should have kind of figured. Honestly, Gangplank was a bigger evil than Zyra that last game, in my opinion, and honestly would have probably traded that out. You can definitely play around the Zyra a whole lot better. I mean, this DSU's bot lane this game is a whole lot better option into a Zyra than the last game was.
100%.
So very interesting that they did decide to ban out the Zyra instead of this Gangplank here. It looks like SDSU is trying to deny some vision for Baron here, as the DSU squad is rolling up to maybe try to get some of that vision back.
You know, and SDSU brought Gangplank along this time. I think they're going to kind of stay around Baron, get 1, maybe 2 picks, and then just go absolutely for it. As you see, they're already starting it, and they got a pretty solid job. They've got Gangplank with them now, and he does so much damage.
Slingshot onto 2 of them. Gangplank ulti coming out. Not a lot of damage onto this Tryndamere. Zac getting popped out without passive. Xin Zhao actually getting taken down by the Ziggs. Yasuo ulti hitting the Gangplank. Not a lot of damage. Tom Kinch W missing. Win game button. That did a lot of damage. And Action ulti coming out. Ooh. Doing quite a bit of damage. And it looks like SDSU is going for the end here.
Now, and this is a problem for DSU here. When Action's camouflaged like that, he gains extra move speed towards enemies that have recently killed a teammate.
And it looks like Ziggs was a scoundrel.
He was indeed
as
marked.
Xin Zhao is up here, and we do have super minions in the base of DSU, as Xin Zhao is pinging to go for dragon here. But it looks like
don't think they need dragon in this
looks like
situation.
SDSU is just looking to end the game here. And that will be the second game for SDSU. I got part of it right, okay? Very interesting showing from both teams. SDSU looking really strong. Few pointers for DSU to work on here. But overall, just a really great game. A really good job for both teams. It'll be a great starting point for both teams in the start of this league. I believe, because schedule is already posted.
It should be, because if you haven't heard, we have socials.
We do have socials, but I'm talking about the schedule of games.
Yeah,
but
it's on the socials.
Is it on the socials?
It should be.
Go check our socials. I mean, while you're at it, just follow our socials.
Just go to the socials.
Just go to
That's
the socials.
That's why they're there.
But this will be a very great starting point to see how both teams turned out, as we do play them in 3 weeks, for week 4 of CCL here. But yeah, great showing from SDSU. A few things we can definitely work on for DSU, but great showing all around.
2 absolute powerhouses of the game, and I think it just came down to jungle. SDSU made a great job of using their jungler to the fullest of his abilities. He had fantastic map presence. He took the majority of objectives, and he was just kind of all around. And absolute force to reckon with, and made it very difficult for DSU to go about these games.
Definitely. Well, I think we are, unless you have something else to say.
Let's see. We got Smash stream on Wednesday.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
We got Smash stream on Wednesday.
Smash or R6? I don't know yet.
Or R6? We think it's R6.
Okay.
We think we're not told. Either way.
A stream on Wednesday.
There's a stream on Wednesday. And you know what? There's going to be some kind of game.
A competitive game.
More than likely. More than likely.
With people
teams,
playing. Yeah,
on
teams.
both sides, just playing, or maybe just 1v1. We don't know.
We'll figure it out.
I'll tell you what we do know. There's a stream on here in this room on Wednesday night. And when's the one after that?
The next
Thursday
stream,
night?
Actually, no. We're forgetting about Rocket League tomorrow.
There's Rocket League tomorrow.
The beginning of CCL Rocket League is tomorrow.
That's on Tuesdays?
Yes, they got
There's
moved to
Rocket
Tuesday.
League on what time?
I don't know. I'm
gonna go
8.
with 8.
Yes.
I'm gonna guess 8. But again, keep an eye on the socials, because that's where it'll be. Twitter, it's a great one for that. You don't need a Twitter to look at our Twitter. But if you have an account, you can follow our Twitter, and you'll get notifications better. Let's see. What else? So Tuesday, Rocket League. Wednesday, some kind of game streaming. When does Valorant?
Valorant will be Sunday.
Valorant is
at
Sunday.
8, so
I believe after Wednesday night, it'll be COD on Saturday.
Does COD have a game on
Yeah.
Saturday?
Yeah.
SDSU? Or is that the different game?
I don't
thinking
know.
of? Okay, so either COD or League on Saturday. We will figure it out.
There's something going on Saturday.
There is a game with teams.
Check the socials.
Check the socials. And And then then we loop it back around for Sunday with Valorant, and then Monday with week 2 of CCL. Actually, Sunday starts week 2 for Valorant as well. So yeah, definitely thanks for coming out. I think that's it for us, unless you have something else to add.
I feel like I should say something.
Like what?
I don't know.
Give the people an inspirational
I
message.
can't just leave the people. All right.
Give the people
I'll
an
leave you with
inspirational
this,
message.
all right? This is the last thing I'm going to say. People don't think the universe be like it is. But it do. But it do.
But it do.
And that is all. Thank you.
Very heartwarming.
Good night, America. Good night, Brooklyn. Rock on.
We are not in Brooklyn. But anyways, thank
Could
you.
be.
Thank you for joining us.
Brooklyn state of mind. Empire state of mind.
I'm Colby. This is Thomas.
You don't know
and
that.
This has been The Circus.
Cheers, mate.
Good night, everybody.